Welcome back to Songwriting Lessons I've Learned the Hard Way. My name is Katie. I'm a songwriter. I've written hundreds of songs and I've learned some lessons along the way, and I am hoping to share those with you. This is part 2. Last time we talked about the hook of a song, and I want to talk today about the literary devices that I mentioned in the last video that you could use to make your hook more memorable. If you watched part 1, you'll remember the silly idea that I wanted to just give as an example was I wanted my song to convey, I like pickles. So let's explore some literary devices using that idea to help us say that in a more beautiful way. So for alliteration is when you use words that have the same starting sound. Not necessarily always the same letter, but the same starting sound. So for example, using alliteration, you could say, pickles positively please me and perfect me. I'm using that P sound over and over again, that plosive P, and it is kind of like quirky and catchy. Another literary device that is very important in songwriting, and you will hear it all over the place, is comparisons, similes, and metaphors. So if you learned this in school, a simile is when you compare two things using the word like, and a metaphor is simply when you say that thing is this. And it's not literally this, but it's a way of comparing it. So let's use a simile, saying something like, pickles are like the air I breathe on a breezy summer morning. So I didn't say that pickles are the air, I said that they were like the air. So that can kind of compare and draw that comparison to, oh wow, that's something that I enjoy and that I need. Similes are easy. Metaphors can be more challenging. So a metaphor might say something like, pickles are the roots to my tall oak tree. So I said that pickles are this thing. Instead of saying that they're like it, like the thing that holds you steady and grounds you, I'm saying that it is. So metaphors can also be very beautiful. Imagery is a big helper in songwriting. It can pull the listener in and help convey your idea in a visual way. A lot of people are visual learners, and so they hear something but can't picture it. It doesn't resonate as much within them. So when using imagery, I like to be as poetic and descriptive, specific as possible. An example of using imagery to convey this message would be green, like the grass after weeks of rain, with a texture full of bumps and ridges like a springtime American plain. So I used a lot of words there, but they were descriptive words that made you think of an image. And then that was how I described the color and texture of the pickles that I love so much. My last example of a useful literary device is repetition. This is very important in songs. If you can think of your favorite song, I guarantee there's a part in it that repeats, and that is a part that is memorable. And you get extra bonus points if your repetition has alliteration. So for example, using this same theme, I could say, please, 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 give me pickles. Please, 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 don't be fickle. And I also threw a rhyme in there, but that one seems obvious. Anyways, thanks for watching and happy songwriting. I hope you enjoy exploring these literary devices.